Hey everyone, I'm NornQueenAlexis and welcome back to the channel and welcome to this FAQ update video. So, let me put my long lads away and let's dive right into this. Because as you guys know, 9th edition is right around the corner, and with all new edition changes comes all new codexes because we just love collecting books, don't we? Okay, jokes aside, I actually do. I have like almost every codex ever made except for like 1st edition and a few others of a few other editions. But let's get into this. So this was updated yesterday. I'm a little bit slow and yeah, I didn't really notice. So I'm only going to take a look at the armies that I actually play, which is wow, I have literally everything open. So let's kind of X out a few of these things. In fact, let's X out pretty much all of these things because we don't need them open. There we go. All right. So as I said, I'm pretty much going to take a look at all the stuff that I have checked out and everything. So I don't know why this is being weird, but whatever. Boop. Okay. Yeah, this is being really weird. It's showing the web page like completely screwy, but okay. So again, I'm just going to go through the armies that I play because, and I play regularly because I don't really know too much about the other ones. And by that I mean I wouldn't notice certain changes. I would just consider them normal. So I may miss a few things. So of course I'm going to take a look at the Genestealer cult, followed by the Adeptus sororitas, the Adeptus custodes. Let's take a look at the Blood Angels, see if anything changed there. The Dark Angels, see if anything changed there. Unfortunately, I don't play any of these armies too much to get those. Let's take a look at Codex Space Marines, Tyranids without a doubt. We could take a look at Necrons, but I don't know Necrons. I've been painting them up like crazy. And then they have all the Psychic Awakening stuff. Ooh, it all updated. I still think this looks like these two just giggling at each other. I'm curious about this. The Starstriders got updated. So I'm interested to see what got changed. So I think that is it. Yeah. So, Urban Conquest. I still need this book. No one talks about this at all. Alright. I don't really know what changed in these, but yeah, let's just take a look at what we got so far. So we're starting off with I have no idea which one this is. The Starstriders. Okay. So let's get this nice and biggity big. Okay, updating rules. Page 9, 12, 15, 17. Concussion grenades ability. Each time an attack is made with this weapon that targets a unit within 1 inch of an obstacle or area terrain, add 1 to the strength and damage characteristic of the target. So it's just changing it to be more damaging. It's changing mostly the terrain types. The scanner, use this stratagem after both sides have deployed. If you are playing a mission that is using mysterious objectives, this rule is used in some of the theaters of war. Identify one of the mysterious objectives on the battlefield. Alternatively, this... Yeah. So if you use the theater of war stuff, you can identify DF. Okay. Ooh. Alright, I'm going to need to minus this just a bit so we can read along together. There we go. Actually, regardless, you guys aren't going to see the parts on this side, so I do apologize. So, let's see. Page 88, Old One Eyes, Alpha Leader. Wow, I went full New Yorker with that. Alpha Leader ability to the following. In addition, while any other friendly Hive Fleet Carnifex units are within 3 inches of this model, enemy models cannot target this model for ranged attacks. That's interesting. So, yeah, he's kind of got the character thing going on. Lictor's ability, Chameleon Skin. Each time a ranged attack is allocated to this model whilst it is receiving the benefits to cover, add an additional 1 to the armor saving throw made against that target. So if you're in ruins, you're getting 2 to it. If you're in dense terrain, your opponent's getting -1, then minus. You can't stack them, so then he's getting +1 to his armor save, which is pretty good. Toxicrene and ranged weapon list. Massive Toxicrene and ranged weapon list. Massive toxic lashes shooting ability. Change to read. You can re-roll failed wound rolls for this weapon. Well, that makes them slightly better. Not really great, but just kind of slightly better. Sporicist abilities, Biofortress, delete this ability. Oh wow, you just kind of get rid of that. Okay. And we have one more thing. Stratagems, Digestive Denial, change to read. Use this stratagem after deploying, but before the first battle round begins, select one area terrain feature. So again, they're just clearing the wording on this for what it actually affects. Until the end of the battle, that terrain feature loses the light cover and heavy cover terrain traits. Okay. That's pretty cool. So, then we have one more thing in here. Deathleaper's superior chameleonic skin infers a -2 on attack to the target, given that these abilities rolls cannot be modified more than a -1 or a +1 when this ability be useful. When hit rolls and wound rolls cannot be modified by more than -1 or +1, this limit takes the effect. All modifiers have been applied, some of which may cancel each other's out. For example, an enemy, the Red Terror model, makes a melee attack against the Deathleaper. The Red Terror's Feeding Frenzy ability applies a +1 modifier to the attack, and the Deathleaper's superior chameleonic skin gives it a -2 to the roll. Applying both of these modifiers, you get a -1 to hit. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. So they don't stack, but they're still there. So if you have a -2 to hit you and I have a +1 to hit, I'm still getting -1 to hit you overall. So that's pretty creative. I like how they did that. Okay. So Codex Space Marines. Oh my god, this is going to be a lot. Okay. Captain in Phobos armor and ranged weapon list, mastercrafted instigator bolt carbine ability to read. Each time you select a target for this weapon, you can ignore the lookout serve rule. So this is the new, the lookout sir is the new rule for taking cover behind like a squad or something like that. It's the new character rule for hiding. So not getting that is actually pretty cool. Captain in Phobos ability, Cameline Cloak, change to read. Each time a ranged attack is allocated to this model whilst it is receiving the benefits of cover, an additional 1 to any saving throw made against it. Oh, add an additional 1 to saving throw. So he goes to a 2-up save and cover, which is really, really good. So I really like that. It looks like the stuff that's that used to get the +2 to cover is now instead getting +1 armor, and it's gaining the benefit of cover, which dense cover -1 from the bearer shooting at the target. So you do have a higher survivability chance, I feel, and I really like that. Librarian in Phobos armor, abilities, Cameline Cloak, again, same thing, because he has it as well. Scout squads, same thing. If they have a Cameline Cloak, it's all changed to the same. Squad and ranged weapon list, sniper rifle ability gets goes around the lookout sir ability, so no real change there. Eliminators and ranged weapon list, bolt sniper rifle, executioner rounds ability. Change the first sentence to read: each time you select a target for this weapon, you can ignore the lookout sir rule. So again, it's the sniper rule. It's just been reworded. Hyperfrag round abilities. Wow, this is really tough to read with all the lights that I have on right now, plus the glare on my screen. Change the sentence to read: each time you select a target for this weapon, you can ignore the lookout sir rule. Okay. Eliminator squad and ranged weapons. Change the bolt carbine. Again, it's the Lookout Sir rule. Eliminator squad ability. A Chemline cloak. Change to read. Again, it's same as above. So we can actually speed through a lot of these things. Land Raider Crusader, Redeemer, Repulsor Executioner, Stormraven Gunship abilities, Power of the Machine Spirit, delete this ability. Now, I saw a lot of commotion about this because everybody's like, what does it do now? All vehicles can now move and fire their heavy weapons with no penalty. So I'm expecting to see this rule back stating that when the vehicle advances, it can still fire its abilities, but as of right now, it can't. So it's kind of cool that they gave a rule to all tanks that I thought all tanks needed, which was the ability to move and fire unimpeded. Drop pod ability, Drop pod assault, changed in match play clause to read. Neither this model nor any units embarked within it are counted towards any limit that the mission you are playing places on the maximum number of reinforced units. This model can be set up in the reinforcement step of your first, second, or third movement phase, regardless of any mission rules. So it's the same as the Drop Pod Assault from last edition. It's just worded with the new rules and everything. So again, it's kind of cool. Interesting enough, this doesn't change the other drop pods in the game, like the Dreadclaw and the big one, which I can't remember. I assume everybody who has them is going to play by this rule, so Chaos Space Marine players with their drop pods will have it. White Scar's Lightning Assault changed the second sentence in the chapter tactics to read, models with this tactic do not suffer the penalties for advancing and firing assault weapons, so they can move and run and shoot their assault weapons. And this now applies to all infantry and their vehicles, doesn't it? Wow, it does. Huh. I like it. Land Speed of Storm ability, open top, change the second sentence to read. When they do so, all restrictions and modifiers that apply to this model also apply to the embarked units. This is always confusing because does this mean aura abilities now affect the guy shooting from it? I'm pretty sure it doesn't, but it might. While this transport is within engagement range of an enemy unit, embarked units cannot shoot except with their pistols that they are equipped with. Okay. Cameline Cloak is the same as before. White Scar's Lightning Assault changed the second sentence of this tactic to read, models with this tactic do not suffer the penalties for... Wait, they literally had that right here. Oh, it's on a different page. Oh, no, it's the same exact page. Wait, what? Look, this is right here, and this is right here. I am so confused. Okay. Successor chapter tactics, Indomitable, change to read. Each time a combat's attrition test is taken for a unit with this tactic, it automatically passes. Oh, that's kind of cool. They have Fearless. Chapter Warlord traits Crimson Fist, refuse to die, change the second sentence to read. On a 4+, return that Warlord to play with D3 wounds remaining. Place them as close as possible to where their previous position, and not within engagement range of any enemy units. I wish they would clarify if that counts as killing the unit. I believe it does now. Stratagems, Big Gun Never Tire, delete this. Yeah, that makes sense because Big Guns Never Tire is no longer applicable. Okay, so it looks like we just got one. Question, the Bolt Sniper Rifle Executioner adds 2. Yep, this is the same thing as like the modifier thing. So if you're getting -2, if you're getting -1 and you have a +2, you have a +1. If you're getting -2 to hit and you have a +1 to hit, you're getting a -1 to hit. So it's basic math. You guys can do this. I believe in you. That might be a mistake, but I believe in you. I think that you have the big brain. Well, some of you might have the big brain. Okay, so let's see. Is anything else? The Land Raider thing. Vindicator ranged weaponless. The Demolisher cannon changes type characteristic to heavy D6 ability to blast. That makes sense. It's funny that that wasn't in the Space Marine one, or if it was, I just skipped it. So I do apologize if I did. Drop pods, we already saw. Land speeders, we already saw. Grim Resolve test. Each time a combat attrition test is taken for this unit in this, it is automatically passed, which is really good. Stratagem, Speed of the Raven. Change the raid uses stratagem. When one of your Raven Wing units advances, that unit can still shoot and charge as though this turn as if it had made a normal move. That's actually really good to know because it counts it as a normal move, so if you advance, you could still charge. And it doesn't count you as moving at your full speed. So, or remaining stationary, because those are two different things now. Warlord Trade Huntsman rule changed the following sentence to read. Each time you select a target for a pistol, assault, rapid fire, or grenade weapon this warlord is making an attack with, you can ignore the lookout, sir. So you just gain sniper. Camo cloaks, the sniper rifle rules we already saw. If you use the Indomitable stratagem to allow an infantry unit that has fallen back to shoot, with, would they still suffer the penalty for the roll for moving and firing heavy weapons? Yes. Okay, that's pretty quick and easy. We can get past these Marines. Camo cloak and ranged weapons are exactly the same. This one's the same, this one's the same, this one's the same, this one's the same. Add the following when this transport is engaged. Yep, this is the same. Same and same, so nothing changed for Blood Angels, which is good. Okay, Adeptus CUSTODES. Captain General Trajan Valoris ability. Moment goal, change the last bullet point to the following. The next stratagem you use this phase costs 0 command points. That's really big. Holy crap, that is huge. Damn. I might actually use that to do the dive strategy where you just assault your opponent on their turn. If I can, that is. If not, I'm probably just going to use from Golden Light They Come. No, I don't think you can use that one either. I'll use one of the stratagems. They have like a million. Venerable Land Raider ability, delete power of the machine spirit. That makes sense. They're getting rid of that. Indomitable Guardians, change the second sentence of the following. Choose one Adeptus Custodes unit from your army that is within engagement range of an enemy unit within 3 inches of an objective marker and fight with it next. Okay, that makes sense. I have one piece of hair that's bugging the crap out of me. So that's actually cool. This is an interrupt ability now. Stratagems, Inescapable Vengeance. Change the second sentence to the following. Until the end of the phase, each time you select a target for a weapon a model in the unit is making an attack with, you can ignore the lookout sir rule. That's really good for a Dreadnought, especially a Telemann. So yeah, changing that is really good. Relics of Terra, delete the final sentence. I don't know what that does. Probably has something to do with old ruling. How does the Ever Vigilant stratagem interact with characters with a wound characteristic of less than 10? Can the allow a unit to target such a character who have arrived from reinforcements if they are not the closest enemy unit? No, unless they are shooting with weapon that ignores the lookout sir rule. Okay, so they definitely clarified this. I really like this. So you essentially just can't shoot something that pops in if it's a character. Can Adeptus Custodian biker unit from your army that is within engagement range of an enemy unit declare a charge as a result of swooping dive? No. That should be obvious. So Custodians, for the most part, stayed the same, just clarifying a few dumb things. Now we have the Adeptus Sororitas. My Sisters of Battle. This is busted, and I love it. So, the Triumph of St. Catherine, Solemn Procession, add the following sentence to the ability. In addition, for the purposes of any terrain trait, dense cover obscuring, this model is considered to have a wound characteristic of 9 and not 18. So it actually benefits from all of the cover. So it does get the -1 to hit. It does get the +1 cover for being in like ruins or difficult terrain or thick terrain, I mean. So that's really, really, really good. Not only can it move through it because it's infantry, but it can benefit from it now, which is amazing. It actually just makes the Triumph of St. Catherine almost a must-take in a list. Mortifier's ability, Blaze of Agony. When you choose this unit to shoot with in your shooting phase, you can choose for heavy bolters that this model in this unit are equipped with to have the type characteristic of Assault 3 until the end of the phase. Okay, so we can move, advance, and still shoot, which is pretty decent. Battle Sanctum abilities, Adeptus, Ministorum, Structure, change the following to read. After this model is set up, it becomes area terrain feature with the following terrain traits: breachable, heavy cover, light cover, scalable. So it essentially becomes ruins, which is really good because it is a solid terrain. It's actually a solid model in your army. I actually love bringing Battle Sanctums. I think they're 50 points and they're amazing because it gives you a free faith point every turn and gives you cover. Amazing. Change the first sentence to read. Each time the combat attrition test is taken for this unit, it is automatically passed. Okay, then we have all of this. This is all good. If I use the momentary grace stratagem to modify a hit roll, okay, this is again the hit roll modifiers. We already went over this. It's pretty simple. Answer with a hit roll of 1 hit by +1, blah, 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 blah. For example, a model makes an attack against a unit hiding in a terrain feature and has dense cover trait. See the Warhammer Core rulebook. The terrain applies a -1 modifier to the attack roll, and so the model controlling player uses the Moment of Grace stratagem and discards 2 miracle dice to give a +2. Then you apply both, so you get the +1. So yeah, everybody's been clarified so that if you're getting +2 and your opponent has a -1, you're actually getting a +1. You can bottle out where you both equal the same. Yeah, pretty simple stuff. Genestealer Cult, because I love playing Warhammer Hordes in my 40k. Abilities: Cult Ambush, Matched Play. In Matched Play, units set up in the ambush rule do not count as being strategic reserves or reinforced units. Okay, so they still follow their rules for Cult Ambush, which is really good. Jackal Alphys and Ranged Weaponless Jackal Sniper Rifle ability. Ignores Lookout Sir. Okay, we can move past that. Sanctus Camo Cloak does the same thing as the other Camo Cloaks. Sanctus Ranged Weapon, the Silencer Sniper Rifle, has the same thing. It has the Lookout Sir ability, where it gets rid of the Lookout Sir thing. Cult Lehman Russ abilities, Grinding Advance, delete that sentence. So the Cult Lehman Russ can now just move and fire. So I'm hoping Grinding Advance actually allows the vehicle to advance and fire, but that's a change for later. Brood Brothers, change the prudent sentence to read: Brood Brother Detachment do not gain command benefits. Oh, that sucks. Cult Creed, the Hive Cult Disciplined rules change the following sentence to read: each time a morale test has failed for a unit with this Cult Creed until the end of the phase, half the number of models that flee due to the failed combat attrition test, rounding down. Okay, that's pretty simple. Cult Creed, Rusted Claw. Nomadic Survivors, change the second sentence of this Cult Creed to read: if a biker unit with this Cult Creed advances until the end of that turn, all models in that unit are treat all pistols and rapid-fire weapons they are equipped with as assault weapons. In addition, bikers with this Cult Creed do not suffer the penalties to their hit rolls for advancing and shooting assault weapons. So, pretty good. Yeah, just pretty good. They changed that for the better, I think. Though it doesn't say we can throw grenades, which kind of sucks. Sacred Relics of the Cold Oppressor's Bane ability. Change it to read each time target. For this weapon, you can ignore the Lookout Sir special rule. Okay, so now we have 3 questions. Can use a stratagem such as they came from below to increase the number of units set up and underground beyond the strategic reserves and reinforcement unit limit. Yes. Okay. The limit is applying specifically to the deployment whilst the stratagem is used on the battle as started. When setting up models in unit coherency as a result of the cold reinforcement strategy, does each model in the unit have to be set up in coherency with another model from that unit that was placed at the start of the shooting phase? Yes, that makes sense. Change this to engagement range. That's pretty obvious. Gift from Beyond Relic adds 2 to the wound roll. Given that this rolls cannot be modified more than +1, how does this work? A hit roll and a wound roll cannot be modified more than a 1 or 2. This limit takes effect after all applicable modifiers have been applied, some of which may have cancelled each other out. For example, if a modifier to an attack from the Gift from Beyond, which confers a +2 modifier to the wound roll, it's -1. Yeah. Unfortunately, we no longer get our cool weapon that's causing a mortal wound on a 4-up. So that kind of sucks. I feel like they keep nerfing the Genestealer cult unnecessarily, but that's just me. So, overall, a bunch of stuff did change. Let's actually see if any demons changed. Let's see. Demons that I care about. Ooh. Oh, wow. Huh. They count as the same power. Okay, that's neato. Okay. Okay. Nothing really changed too much there. So with a lot of this errata, it's kind of a mixed bag for me, because some of it I really like and it makes sense, you know, just adjusting to the new rules, and it doesn't really change too much. But some of it is a huge change, like that Sanctus sniper rifle not actually, you know, getting the +2 to wound, so automatically causing perils and automatically being amazing. But that being said, I'm kind of okay with all of this, and I think it's perfectly fine the way it is, with the FAQ, obviously. So it didn't really clarify much for me. It was kind of just stuff that I already knew. So yeah. Tell me your thoughts in the comment section down below. Did I miss anything? Did I overlook something? Or did I simply mess up? Tell me in the comment section down below. There you can also follow all the links in the description down below, and follow me on all social media, including Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Also, subscribe to the damn channel. Do it. You won't. Anyway, that being said, as always, I'm NornQueenAlexis. I love you guys. Bye.